Welcome everyone, it's your boy Zero.
And I'm Mash.
And we're coming at you guys with a very special video because we hit a major milestone. Mash, what did we do?
The channel hit 500 subscribers recently, and yeah, that was through all of our hard work over a couple long years.
Yeah, so we want to, from the bottom of our hearts, we want to thank everyone, our friends, our family, and all these strangers that decided to come to our channel, watch our videos, like them, comment on them, and of course, subscribe to it. 500 subscribers is one of the first major milestones that YouTubers or any content creators here on YouTube have to meet, and it took us quite a while, Mash. Would you like to, Mash, why don't we talk about like our beginnings, like how we started this channel? You want to do that?
Do we have time for that?
I think we do. We can do it quickly. We can do it quickly, right?
Okay, so long story short, two people with different creative backgrounds came together, realized that, hey, we both have experience with making videos of different kinds, video editing. Zero over here had more also art background as well. That's why you really spearheaded the design on the channel, and you're doing pretty much all of the video editing at the very beginning. But yeah, we just kind of realized, like, if we combine our creative efforts, maybe we could make an interesting YouTube channel. Absolutely.
I mean, what I wanna say is, like, when I met up with Mash over here, and back then he went by Nanners, so a lot of you guys were probably a little bit confused, at some point in time, but...
No, I'm a different person.
Yeah, he absolutely 100%.
I replaced the old guy.
Yes, he did.
New and improved.
So, back in 2016, randomly, I'm going to work, but I wasn't scheduled to go to work that day. Meet up with Mash later that day. That's the day they announced the PS4 Pro. And we just got to talking, just like Mash was saying earlier. We both have backgrounds in creating videos. What were those videos you were creating? I remember, was it skate related or was it like Uncharted 3 related?
I mean, it was a little both. I could show you some of the skateboarding stuff I did, but also just random clip footage montages from various like online multiplayer games. But like you said, mostly Uncharted. Yeah.
I remember back in the day, we used to play a lot of Uncharted 3 together, especially, getting the enemy team, going over the body, high-fiving over it, getting those extra points. That was a lot of fun back then.
If you watch our videos, even some of the recent ones, we still on occasion use that buddy high-five metal and sound effect.
I do remember we used it before on the channel.
It's there.
It is. But yeah, going back to it, like, it was late summer 2016 and we're just like chatting and we're like, Zero, I've created videos before. And I'm like, yeah, I created videos before too. I was actually going to create a different YouTube channel with some friends back in 2015. And I think it was 14. No, it was 15. I recorded the test footage and it was going to be me and two other friends. And it just didn't pan out.
Right.
And I had this whole like creative like hole in my life. Like, I had a lot of extra time on my hands, creative hole in my life, and I wanted to make something. So like that day where I went into work when I wasn't supposed to was the catalyst that got us to where we are today.
Yeah.
I'm being 100% honest.
Because I feel like I hadn't seen you in a while, and then I was occupying myself with just like lots of random stuff, and video editing was a hobby that I did, but never to this extent, because before this catalyst, there was no reason for me to edit like every week. And at this point, now that we've established the channel, now that we've been doing this for almost, say, 8 years.
Yeah.
Both of us have basically been doing video editing and graphic design too, stuff like that, every single week for, to put out 2 to 3 videos per week, sometimes less, but generally like 2 to 3 videos per week. So we edit non-stop now. And I never had that opportunity before, but once this channel became a thing and you kind of showed me the ropes on some of the other editing programs,
yeah,
it was like, okay, now I'm like full-time video editor basically.
No, and it's been fun. like you said earlier, I have a graphic design background.
Yeah.
It's mainly what I studied back in college. Had a lot of practice doing it. Started doing graphic design back in high school because I had an awesome teacher who gave me an image editing program. I would just call it that. He allowed me to acquire it. I started using it. I started experimenting with it. And I always liked the colors orange and blue. They're complementary colors. They look good together.
Right.
They're also New York colors, as a matter of fact. It's white, orange, and blue. New York colors. So I'm just like, it makes sense. We're two gamers. We can be dumb sometimes. Let's make a channel.
Yeah.
Do you actually want to talk about how we got the name?
Sure.
TooStupidGamerz?
Sure. Well, when we first started, you know, and again, just at that time, there already were a lot of Let's Play channels. You could already say that at that point, like, the saturation issue was definitely a problem for Let's Play channels on YouTube.
Absolutely.
But it was something that we wanted to do because, well, we liked that kind of content. We wanted to pursue that as well. And we didn't really have too much of a direction, but just get into a recording setup for gameplay that we do together, and then just talk about it while we go. Like, that was what we wanted to do. Some of those earlier episodes are harder to listen to because we didn't cut our teeth yet on stuff like that. But yeah, we were kind of just doing that with not much of a direction, and we didn't really have a name. But we already kind of like, I think at that point we test run a couple of episodes, and eventually was like, well, if we're gonna do this, we need to have a name. And I remember this was in my parents' kitchen, and we were just kind of, I don't know, like, oh man, what are we gonna do for a name? And I think both of us think we created it, but that's because sometimes memory gets a little hazy in hindsight. But
one of us mentioned a cartoon that we liked back in the day. What was that cartoon again, Mesh?
Well, I remember it, that it just like randomly popped in, and I was like, this. Like, we weren't talking about it. We didn't like sort of snowball into this point, but it was like, well, what were we gonna do our name? And I was just like, TooStupidGamerz. That's how I remember it. But of course, again, everybody's memory is a little bit fuzzy. Yeah.
So the cartoon that was mentioned that led to the name is called Two Stupid Dogs. Not TOO as in excessive, but more like
TW.
TW of the number
Two
two.
Stupid Dogs. Yeah, it was an old show.
It's an old show, yeah.
Yeah, it was just the number 2. But the idea here was that with TOO, it could be that, hey, if we wanted to ever bring our friends or family, and we've had plenty of guests on in the past, like, the title is open to that.
Exactly. So it's not 2 as in the number, just 2 is excessive. Exactly what Mash said. Like, it works. Yeah. And for those of you curious, Two Stupid Dogs was an old show, like back in Cartoon Network, when they were doing these weird test runs of different like snippets of cartoons and stuff. It was fun. It still stuck in my head quite a bit because the interactions with those two dogs were freaking hilarious.
Yep.
And it fits because we've had some hilarious times on the channel. Absolutely.
Yeah, for sure. And then it just kind of stuck. I think one problem we ran into earlier was just, we really weren't the first people to come up with that name. we were the first ones to spell it the way we did.
Yes.
TOO and then a Z at the end. But I mean, I think we found moderate success randomly where it didn't really matter that there were other channels with a similar name. Like, we would put out a video and the people that wanted to see that would find it, enjoy it, and we kind of just became our own brand of two guys that come together and make variety content. Because at the end of the day, we're a variety channel, like a variety gaming channel.
Which, by the way, we're always open to suggestions. So if there's a game you guys want us to see, comment it down below. We'll do our best to get it on. I mean, sometimes it'll take a while. Absolutely. Like one of our most recent videos that actually did pretty freaking well. It was a video we worked on for Digimon World 3 and why we believe it needs a remake. I just did that video because I wanted to make something for Digimon Day, which was August 1st, not too long ago. And then it did really well. And and even before that, we surpassed 500 subs, and then we got a couple more subs off of that.
A lot more subs after that, yeah, that's true.
So, and that video came not just because I wanted to do something special for Digimon Day, but because there was someone on Twitter who commented on one of our videos that we did previously on Digimon and said, hey, can you do something about Digimon World 3? Make a video about that. I really want to see it. And for the longest time, we just couldn't come up with a good way to make it until like it just hit me like, just do it. Just make this Digimon World 3 video, review it, talk about what you want from it. And it paid off. And we, again, I'm forgetting the guy's name, we'll put it in post, but we hope you liked the video. It took us a while, a couple years, like 5 years, but we did it.
Oh yeah.
We got the video done.
Yeah, that's kind of been like our other thing, is that sometimes it just takes a while for us to get to do stuff, but that's because, hey, we both have full-time jobs, and this is more of something that we do for personal pursuit of gratification. Hey, we're passionate about games or stuff slightly related to games, but not exactly video games, and we want to talk about it. That's kind of what we're here to do.
Absolutely. You know? I mean, let's also not forget all the amazing things that we were able to do through this channel. Literally, within the first year of the creation of this channel, TooStupidGamerz, we won a contest, the My Road to Greatness contest, and that was your idea.
Yeah, because I followed the PlayStation blog, and that was something that they ran a couple of times, and I'm like, hey, this is kind of interesting, because at that time, I didn't know anything about Gran Turismo, like, to that extent, and it was that, but I knew you talked about it before. Or Uncharted, you could pick a theme and go to enter the contest for a theme. I don't know if they still do that contest anymore, but that definitely was a pivotal moment for the channel.
Absolutely. No. So for clarification, guys, they ran this contest. You make a video based off of the topic they had. For that year, 2017, like Mash said, either Gran Turismo or Uncharted.
Yeah.
It was recreate a scene from Uncharted.
From one of the Uncharted games, or what Gran Turismo means to me.
Yes, exactly. Now, we initially wanted to do Uncharted.
We did.
And
because both of us have done Uncharted costumes at conventions in the past, and it'd be like, it was something that interested both of us like
Absolutely.
But, you know, something like that probably would need better camera recording equipment than what we had at the time. It would need a place to do it. It would need, like, scripting, choreography. It would need the works.
Yeah.
Whereas the alternative was like, why don't we just enter this thing about Gran Turismo and just like make a really good video explaining these are the things that make Gran Turismo great. This is why I like Gran Turismo, which became really Zero's video, because at the time, like I said, I really didn't know much about Gran Turismo. I didn't grow up with that series.
Yeah. So thank God, now I'm just remembering the freaking GoPro that we used for that freaking video. we literally Mash had a GoPro at the time, and that was our main camera. Like, we just didn't have any other camera for this stuff. And God, it was fun. I remember it was in the corner. It was in the corner of your room at that point in time.
Yeah.
Surrounded by little magazine clip outs and posters.
Yep, we moved the couch. That was the original, the old backdrop where it was basically just a huge collage on the wall in my room. Now it's just skateboards and foam, but back then it was just all these clip outs from magazines, gaming catalog magazines, video game artwork. It was just a huge
I remember.
Blow up.
Yeah,
tons of different stuff, and it would. The way we did it was we had to move the couch, the one that we're sitting on, out of the way so that you could stand in that corner and have that nice backdrop. This
couch, by the way, has been with us the entire time. This couch is a true trooper.
Yep.
100%.
This is the original TSG couch. It actually...
The blue couch.
It has already broke. But but my dad fixed it because this couch was not designed properly.
It really wasn't.
Yeah, but
it gets the job done.
It's all good. Make sure it's up against the wall, but it's good.
Oh man, and then that was just within the first year. You know, winning that contest, filming it, sending it in, getting to go to this freaking event. Mash didn't join me, however, he did go to Comic-Con, but he got to meet an amazing voice actor.
And also that GoPro, which at the time now we look back and go, oh, we have better things than that. You know, that experience going to Comic-Con was helpful to like develop things and like really start to kind of like cut my teeth with what I could do with that GoPro. So that was part of the reason why I wanted to go to that trip instead.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
But then we're not done yet, because through our channel, through our communications with people, we met independent developers, the developer of Area, Anthropic Studios, our buddy Mason. We met him because of Play NYC. We were able to get tickets to go there.
Yep.
And through Play NYC and Playcraft, and we met some other amazing independent developers.
Played a lot of great games.
A lot of amazing independent games. It was just every time we get to go to a convention and speak to developers, it makes me happy.
Yeah, and we've also gotten to get press passes a few times.
Yeah,
with Play NYC, and some other conventions as well. But you know, that experience really allowed us to move forward what we do at events. Instead of just the very first events videos that we would do would just basically kind of be like a clip show, sizzle reel, whatever you want to call it, where it's video put together with just music, which was fine for the time. It was fine for us at the time, but I think we've really developed our events content like tremendously. Our
absolutely
our events content is now really just go and cover the event, which I mean fascinates me because I love the events industry. I love conventions and stuff like that. I know you love conventions as well.
Likewise, yes.
And it makes for really good content.
It does, dude. Just speaking to developers, getting to know them, getting to know their thought process, understanding what it is they're trying to accomplish, what their inspirations are. Hell, even developers from other countries, like speaking to them and getting to know them, like it's so much fun. Hell, you met one of your favorite game developers too, not even an independent one. Grasshopper, right? Grasshopper.
Yep. Yeah. We eventually got to meet Suda, and we have video of me playing blackjack with him. Which, you know, I mean, it's like I could have just gone to PAX, and I could have waited online and done that as well. But like, I feel that I just feel that like thanks to what we do now and how we take cameras with us like to every event and we cover so much. It's like that's all on camera. There was like. I felt like a celebrity because there was one person filming me, like video recording, and there was another person taking like tons of pictures from multiple angles. Shout outs to Focal Frank, by the way.
Yes.
Go follow him. But yeah, no, we've had some really fun times and like really took this channel to some extraordinary heights, if I must say.
Absolutely. I mean, hell, just going to PAX for the first time in 2020, right before the lockdown.
Oh, yeah.
We got some of our best content from there, and I think that really energized us to really change the way we cover events, and we haven't looked back since. It's so good.
It was like those early experiences that made me realize that we perform best under like by being given some kind of opportunity.
Yeah.
Like, here's this gaming event that is absolute fodder for our YouTube channel to get great content, play great games, and speak to really cool, talented, and creative people. And like, we're not really afraid of being too tired or being too stressed out or having too much to do. It's just like, we're here. Like, let's start filming. That's kind of like become our bread and butter, I think. Absolutely.
You're right. God, we're kind of like guerrilla fighters whenever we go into these freaking events. We really are. We go in there fully stacked, a portable light thing.
Lights.
Which, by the way, a lot of other content creators don't use those, surprisingly enough. So whenever we interview people and we bring out the light, they're like, oh, wait a minute, this is a whole ass production. What?
Yep.
The gimbal comes out and they're like, you got a gimbal?
And the amount of like insane equipment that we're just walking around with. It's like our backs are going to be destroyed by the time we're 40, but
literally,
you know, it's worth it.
Before anything goes any further, I did want to give out one more shout out because this channel would not exist if it wasn't for our friend Shawn.
That's right.
Literally, back in 2016, I was already thinking about making content, and our buddy Shawn from Tech Babblers on YouTube, go follow him. He makes amazing content. Was like, hey, I got this capture card. Do you want it? Yeah, sure, I'll take it. I'll test it out. I'll see what it's about. Brought it over to Master's place. Started making content. Got used to it. Got really good with it.
Yep.
If it wasn't for Shawn, this channel would not exist. So thank you a lot, Shawn, from Tech Babblers.
For real.
He will be linked. Go follow him. in the description. So yes, we wouldn't have gotten where we are today if it wasn't for him.
That's true. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's been a very long ride. I wish we would have gotten to 500 sooner, just so that we could bring our videos to more people like earlier. I mean, some of the things that we put together over the past, I think, were really just the product of our blood, sweat, and tears for being passionate about the different content, games, even anime events, all that stuff. So it's nice to hit 500, and yeah, hopefully we can continue to grow. I mean, both of us haven't really slowed down at all. I feel like every other week, like, we just come up with more ideas or like something else to do, or some opportunity presents itself and it's like, yeah, of course we're gonna go to that and cover it and then make a cool video about it. So there's definitely plenty of more Too Stupid Gamers content to worth sticking around for.
Absolutely. And we're hoping you guys will continue joining us for this adventure that we're gonna continue going through. Our next big milestone obviously would be 1,000 subscribers.
1,000 subscribers, yep.
So if you guys want to help us get there, go ahead and subscribe, go ahead and like the video, and talk to us in the comments. We love speaking to our viewers, our fans, our friends, our family. Talk to us in the comments. We will respond, or at least give it a heart. We love talking.
Yeah.
If it wasn't already obvious.
Yeah. And I would also say, be prepared for some variety of content, because we're not a channel that commits to kind of one thing. So we try many different ideas with a wide range of topics. Again, mostly video games, but like we'll cover other stuff. And like you might see some really interesting content. The next week turns around and it's like, whoa, I didn't think they even had something for this. And here they are with another video. That's gonna just open another world for me. So definitely stick around. Like Zero said, make sure to like, comment, subscribe. And we did it. We hit 500 subscribers.
Indeed we did. Let's do it. Yeah! 500 subs, guys. Thank you, everyone, for subscribing.
Thank you.
Be sure to... be sure to continue subscribing, continue watching our stuff, share this around with your friends. You can let go of me now, Mash.
You gotta let go first.
And yeah, thanks for joining us on this long, difficult, and experimental adventure.
Yeah. And as always, stay tuned for more awesome content. We'll see you next time.
Take care, guys.